When the word DMT started trickling into the mainstream, a lot of people didn't just get curious, they went searching. And when they searched, a lot of them landed in the same two places, the two most noticeable films. Now, this is neither a movie review nor is it a takedown. It's a commentary on why the way we introduce something this powerful matters. Because DMT is not just another psychedelic. It's fast, it's immersive, and it doesn't give your nervous system much time to adjust. Which is why the first story one hears about it often becomes the lens they carry into the experience. A lot of people assume that just because something is natural, ancient, or spiritual, that it's automatically safe. But power doesn't become gentle just because it's sacred. And education isn't about fear, it's about orientation. There are two very different approaches that DMT is presented in these two films. One approach treats it as something to be understood, while the other treats it as something to be experienced publicly. Both show something real, but both do very different things to the viewers. The spirit molecule, the one most people encounter when they're genuinely trying to learn, takes a measured approach. It talks about what DMT is, how it interacts with the brain, what people commonly report, and just as importantly, what we don't know. It doesn't rush the mystery and it doesn't glamorize the intensity. It gives you language, context, and a sense that this is something to approach with respect rather than bravado. The reality of truth takes a very different route. It focuses on who is having the experience. It leans into spectacle, emotion, and transformation as entertainment. There's a lot of intensity, but there's very little grounding. You're not really shown how to prepare your mind or your nervous system. You're shown how dramatic it looks when someone goes through it. And that matters. Because what it teaches isn't how to approach the experience, it teaches how to want the experience. So here's the simplest way I can explain the difference. One of these films is like a telescope. It helps you understand distance, scale, and orientation before you even look through it. The other one's more like one of those little viewfinders. It can show you something striking, but without depth, context, or stability. Both show the experience, but only one prepares you how to meet it. And that's why I wanted to say something, because when something as powerful and table flipping as DMT enters mainstream conversations, people don't just absorb information, they absorb expectations. And expectations shape experiences, especially altered ones. DMT isn't dangerous by its own nature. It can be destabilizing because it's fast, because it's total, and because it can overwhelm the psyche if approached casually. I'm not advising anyone to go try DMT, but I'm also not saying you shouldn't go explore it, unless it's illegal in your state, like it is mine, but not the next state over. And you don't need me to tell you that you can travel. Just y'all should be informed. I care about education because I care about nervous systems. Not just mine, but y'all's too. Because expanded states don't automatically equal insight, and because bombacity alone doesn't make an experience meaningful. Without preparation, integration, and my favorite word, discernment, powerful experiences don't liberate, they overwhelm. My concern is people being launched into something profound with nothing but hype and imagery to guide them. Discernment doesn't begin inside this experience. It starts with what you choose to learn before it. So if you're curious about exploring DMT, my advice is simple. Start with sources that inform and not perform. Look for material that explains, contextualizes, and respects the unknown without turning it into spectacle. Because if something can rearrange your sense of reality in minutes, it deserves more than a trailer. Curiosity is good. Preparation is better. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.